So tonight we're doing our top 5 best Christmas gifts. Last week we did our top 5 worst Christmas gifts. That was Joe and myself, and that was a fucking pisser. We were coming up with some shit that sucks.
Oh God, I bet.
Oh, it was funny. Yeah, go back and watch. It was funny as hell. So Uncle Bill, Uncle Bill and Aunt Pat, just like Uncle Lewis and Pat, just like Aunt Bethany. Jesus, did I break wind? Is your house on fire, Brett?
Is Rusty still in the Navy? Is Colt still in
Is
the
Colt still in the Navy?
Oh dear, did I break wind?
Don't throw me down, Brett.
Now, did you think about your gifts like when I should have went back? I did not watch you and Joe talk about this. Were a lot of them when you were when you were kids, though? Yeah.
No, when I talked about the worst gifts, I was just like talking generalization, not necessarily worst gifts I've received. I did like socks, or like shoes, or just shit. You're like, seriously, I'll buy that shit. Don't fucking give that to me. Don't buy me underwear. I'll buy my own fucking underwear.
Don't buy me undershirts. Yeah.
Yeah. So we did that. We had fun with that. So, and I did the same thing here, like a generalization, not necessarily my favorite gifts that I've ever gotten. Because, I mean, there's one or two I could say like, wow, that was the best gifts ever. But actually, for my number 5, it sort of plays into that. My number 5, me being a guitar player, anything to relate to a guitar, that's my number 5. Buy me that. So I can remember 1984 when I finally got my Fender Strat. I was dying to get a Fender Strat, and excuse me, I was taking and I wanted to take guitar lessons, and I had this cheap ass Hondo. For those that play guitar, you guys remember the Hondo guitars from the 70s and 80s? They used to sell them at Sam Goody. So the guitar I had, I don't even have it anymore. It was like made to look like Eddie Van Halen's guitar, and it had like the fake stripes on it and shit. And the neck was like this big. The action was like this fucking high. It was just ridiculous. So that was my first guitar. So, and I wanted a new guitar. I wanted the Fender Strat, which I still have. It's back here. And
nice.
My mother said, if you get serious about it, about your father and I'll buy you a good guitar. And I showed him which one I want, with the Sam Ash music, and I showed him the one I wanted. So that's 1984. I got that for Christmas, my Fender Strat. So anything to do with instruments, I'm gold.
Nice. I like.
What about you?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind, and it has worked out, but it's kind of one of those things where somebody has to know what I have. Anything Rocky related, because I've gotten a lot of good Rocky gifts over the years for Christmas. Like Lisa got me that painting from Rocky 3 at the end, which I did not expect to get that canvas. That was so damn beautiful. And yeah, I've gotten a couple different Rocky things over the years, though, that I did not have. So,
see, the only time wife will get me anything related to Halloween is if I ask it for it specifically, because like I said, she's like, you always buy it yourself. And I mentioned this on last week's episode where we talked about, and I tell her, I said, because it's a lot of stuff is time release stuff. It's either pre-orders or it's in spirit, and you have to get it while it's there. You have to get it while it's in Spencer's or FYE. You can't wait. It's not like it's going to be there in December, because it's not. So that's why I get it. I mean, if you want, and I said, if you want me to buy it, give it to you, and you put it away for me for Christmas, I don't have a problem with that.
Mm-hmm. I like.
All Bill wants for Christmas is his 2 front teeth. He wants for Christmas is the nice reach around. I wouldn't want that for Christmas.
I like it.
So speaking of Bill in the chat, so my number 4, so I would always love this. I always put on my Christmas list every year since I was a kid. Music. I'd put albums on it, like Kiss albums, albums I was looking for that year. Then eventually CDs. I was never a big cassette guy. I was an LP guy. I liked my vinyl, still do. And then when CDs came in, it was CDs. So I would always put a laundry list of albums I was looking for every year on my Christmas list. Big time. Like most of my Kiss albums were always Christmas gifts or birthday gifts. So yeah, big time. Any music.
Nice. Well, my next one's kind of more when we were adults, but I think this is one we could all attest to. Come on, alcohol.
It's coming up. That's coming up on my list.
Oh shit, Pat, you had it lower. Okay.
Of course. Come on, I'm a drunk. Come on, you know that.
I just tell them some whiskey. I guess I'd take some vodka too. Don't get me anything else. I'm not a gin person. I'll take a wine. I'm a wine guy.
I'll take some wine.
It'd be silly to get beers, but sometimes that happens.
I have to be in the mood for gin.
Yeah. Lots of fun. Alcohol.
Yeah, it's coming up. It is coming up on my list. So my number 3 goes right along with alcohol, and Brady and I partake in this on a regular occasion. The wife buys them for me every Christmas and my birthday. Cigars.
Oh, you do get cigars from Kathy. Okay.
She knows what I like, and she'll always buy me cigars.
I don't think Lisa will get them for me. She used to like them, not anymore.
Yeah, I'll get them like in my Christmas. She'll buy them. Like sometimes she'll buy a box of a specific one that I like, or she'll put them in a stocking. But yeah, I'll usually get cigars for Christmas.
I'm reading bills. Yeah.
We grew up right next to Ford City Mall, and the family Christmas party was always in our house every year. My cousins would always spend the night, and we'd spend all our Christmas money on heavy metal tapes the next morning. Yeah, well, that's it too. Like if I got Christmas money or anything like that, I would go right to the friggin' record store and buy records, man. I would stack my collection with Christmas gifts and money. I'd always go right to the record store and buy shit.
It's funny he brings up that Ford City Mall bill. I always remembered looking at the theater listings. That was like one of the largest theaters in the Chicago area back in the 80s and 90s. It was huge. He had a lot of screens. The General Cinema, if I'm correct, right, Bill?
A couple bottles of test always cheers you up. A couple bottles of testosterone, I'm assuming.
Oh, that would, yeah. Hey, how about that, right?
What about you? What's your number 3? So maybe cigars.
You know, number 3, because this happened a couple different times when I was a kid, it was whatever the new video game system was for its time. Like the one year was Super Nintendo. Got a Super Nintendo for Christmas. Then a Nintendo 64, and then a PlayStation 3. Yeah, it's just whatever the hot video game system was at the time of the holidays. That's very popular at this time of year to this day.
What's that? It's always been that way. All the back when I was into games back in the 80s, every system I got back in the day came at Christmas. I got the 2600 at Christmas. Well, first we got Pong. We got the 2600.
2600,
and, then a television. Then we got ColecoVision.
ColecoVision was the one I was thinking of. Yeah.
I got the first Sega. The first
Master
Nintendo.
System. Yeah.
And
ColecoVision was Donkey Kong, Jungle Donkey Kong. I love that game.
There was another Atari. The 5200. We got the Atari 5200.
Yeah, I think you were probably past it when the Jaguar came out and it was a big failure.
Yeah, nope, not at all. Yeah, but I was probably past. I think like I said, they think the last system I got was the first Sega system, and that had to be
88. I got it for Christmas too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that had to be because I was still in high school when I got it, and I was living at home, so it had to be late 80s.
The Rocky game came out, and that's why I got it. Rocky and Rambo and Ghostbusters.
Didn't have the 7800 yet. We had the 5200, but not the 7800. I do remember.
The 2600 was the most popular, wasn't it?
That was the most popular one. That was the mainstay.
Yeah.
And then your wife working for Sears. Remember, Sears had its own version of the 2600.
Oh, really? I never even caught that. Oh.
Yeah, go look at Sears had an exact replica of the 2600, and it was like the Sears version of it. Because I remember I used to get Sears cartridges, and they were compatible in the 2600.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Sears had their own version of the 2600.
And you could always buy a house from Sears. Remember that?
That was our Christmas every year. My parents would plop down that fucking Sears catalog and say, turn the corners on circle what you want and turn the corners on the page because that's where it's coming from.
You think JCPenney had one too?
Yeah, the 2600 had that wood paneling. It had the wood on it. And actually, if I remember correctly, I think the Sears one was just all black. I never owned it, but I remember seeing it.
What, joystick and a red button, right?
That's it. That's all you need. That's why you can't play these games. They're too complicated. All I want is a joystick and a fucking button. That's it. Too many buttons, too many joysticks. I go, like, when I was trying to get into it with Terrence, I'm like, look, Terrence, I can't play games where I have to read. I have to read how to play it. Like, they came with these big booklets on how to play these games. I'm like, I just want to sit there with a joystick and start playing. I don't have the patience for it.
It's too much. Like, I play the soccer game with Colton, and it's just all these different moves you can do with all these extra buttons. I'm like, come on,
it's just too much. Too many. 2 joysticks.
Like 13 fucking buttons, man.
Yeah, there's buttons on the front. There's buttons on the back side. There's buttons on the sides. I'm like, sorry. I'm sorry. I can't do it. It was just too much for me.
Yeah, but I can see like our generation grew out of it because of that. It's just we don't have unfortunately, we're just our brains don't function that way. We need it to be a bit simpler.
Well, and now I understand why. Like I would try to explain to my parents like how to use like DVD players or CD players, or even the goddamn fucking remote control for the cable box, and it was just like a different country. They didn't want to know nothing. I just want a button.
Well, the Switch games, the Nintendo Switch games, Pat, they don't like come with instruction books, and there's more buttons than ever. Yeah, I have to go look it up online, which is fine, but it's kind of ridiculous. You can't tell it in the instruction book.
If I just can't put the cartridge in and start playing, I want nothing to do with it. Sorry, I'm not reading up on it. I'm not doing any of that shit.
Yeah, everything in the 70s, 80s, you're damn right, Bill, because the TVs, God, we had how many different wood paneling ones, like Zenith and RCA.
Yeah, we had the Zenith TVs with a big wood. It was a piece of furniture.
Yeah,
they were a piece of furniture back in the day. I remember the TVs, the old Zenith TVs we used to get. I remember when we wouldn't have TV for days because the picture tube would blow, and we'd have to wait for the guy to come and put a new tube in.
Oh yeah, we had one RCA. I don't think it was Zenith. It was our later one where, yeah, it had the wood paneling and everything, but above the TV tube was a slot. It was like it was a piece of furniture where you could put like the VCR or whatever built.
Yeah,
right on top of the freaking TV, which was awesome.
Yeah, they were pieces of furniture. That's why they made them so simple. So if you don't even see TV repairman nowadays. That's a die. There's nobody repairing TVs anymore because it's not worth it. Just go buy a new one, throw it out, and buy a new one. Back then, they made it so simple that the TV repairman could come change a freaking tube.
In all seriousness,
change something.
Yeah, I know you and I probably could think of it, have a different opinion on this, but you could get a decent sized TV for a real good price now. Like even for the quality, look, it's so light.
That's the thing I like about it the most. That the TVs are so light because those old TVs were like it was like trying to carry a fucking Buick, heavy as hell.
I know my brother had one like a year or two ago still at his house, and he put it out and nobody took it.
Nobody wants that shit. I got rid of them because when the TVs, the flat TVs became more affordable, I replaced all the TVs in the house. I don't have any of those big ass TVs anymore, and nobody wanted them.
Just get the frickin' sticker, put it out there, the landscaper, and then they'll take it with the rubbish stuff.
Those video game functions, fine. Just the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's all he plays with Lurch. In the entertainment centers back then, the TV was Well, I still have an entertainment center over here that we bought when we first got our first house, and it fits the old TV that we have there. And I actually have like one of those Roku TVs in there, and it only fits a certain width because the TVs weren't necessarily wide; they were tall. So I have to get rid of this thing one of these days, but I have to figure out where to put all the shit that's in there, like all the DVDs and stuff. Another thing to add to my list that I have to do that my wife complains about. So my number two, already mentioned it before. You can't go wrong as an adult, especially somebody like myself, if you give me a bottle of booze.
Yeah.
Buy me a nice bottle of whiskey, bourbon, something interesting, or even some beer. Like I'd get somebody give me like a holiday beer or something like that.
Somebody gave you a Bourbon County.
Bourbon County? Oh yeah, I'll take that stuff all day long. Actually, I might have to have some Buffalo Trace tonight because, like I said, I'm looking at that window and it's piling up. I don't think I'm going to work.
Good.
So I can hang out and I can get this maybe Tuesday night. If I can get my ass in gear, you'll see me broadcasting from the new podcast room.
Nice.
Bill remembers him and his son struggling to carry down our old wooden TV down the stairs. And easily I commented on something just like that. So I remember I had one of those huge fucking Sonys. It took 3 of us to lift that son of a bitch to get it out of my house. And then when we bought the TVs for the kids' rooms, the flat ones, I was carrying 2 of them, 2 in one arm and 1 in the other arm for the kitchen.
Yeah, some of them, you wouldn't have good angles, or you got those sharp corners that you're trying to ding up your hands. I'm sorry, I'm sensitive right now.
I'm like, I have 3 TVs. I'm carrying 3 TVs up right now.
Oh,
2,
God.
1 for each bedroom and 1 for the kitchen. How fucked up is that? Because they're so small and they fit. Buffalo Trace in the house. There you go. I'm gonna have to have some shortly because
nice.
It might be a late night tonight. I'm gonna have to have a cigar because if I'm off tomorrow, I'm gonna enjoy the snow. I enjoy a snowstorm when I don't have to work, and of course I have to work tomorrow, which blows. But I'll just have to take the day off.
Any other day, I'd go for it. I'm just
No, you sound beat, man. I wouldn't even suggest it because I wasn't going to suggest it until you told me all the stuff, and you definitely think you're tired.
Yeah. I'm just out of it. Where are we at? This is number 2, right?
Number
Yeah.
2, I said booze. What's your number 2?
I'm just gonna go simple, but it's true because it's one less thing. It's gift cards. I'll take gift cards. A lot of people might they think that's too boring, but dude, if it's a place that I go to or that I know that I'll use it for, dude, I'll for a gift card, man.
No, I've gotten gift cards for like people, but like there's a couple local cigar shops here. People have given me like cigar gift cards and stuff like that. I'll go get some cigars, or Home Depot cards are great, or even Walmart ones. I have no problem. Gift cards are great.
Yeah, the kids love that Papa John's, which I can't stand. They like it. They don't really eat too much pizza, but that's one of the places they like.
Papa
I won
John's,
that gift card last time. I'm like, yep, that'll save me some money for a bit.
No, I haven't eaten at Papa John's, and I can't remember last time. Didn't really care for it.
Seems like it's always at the kids' parties around here because there's so many locations. Oh god.
Yeah, there's none by me. I can't even think of the nearest one. None.
Wow.
Then the only one I knew of was by my old house when I lived in Jersey, but there's definitely none up here. The only thing that's up here is Domino's. Domino's is only good when you at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're shit faced.
Yeah, or like we had the Pizza Hut and Parsippany. But they had
Yeah,
like
Pizza
wings
Slut.
in there and everything. I got that whole box of everything. Remember that?
Well, Brett and I know at Chili Theater when we were all drunk. What do we have?
Yeah, Pizza Hut with the wings, the breadsticks, and the pizza. Pat's like, I don't care. I eat anything. I'm like, yes, Pat, thank you. I'm the
Well, I'm like, I
picky
don't
one.
care. I'm drunk. I'll eat anything right now. I don't give a shit. Bill says, I think I might go grab a glass of iced tea and a shot of Stag. Let me know. Well, I'll do a shot because I have no.
Bill, are
no
you
problem doing
working
that.
tomorrow, man?
He's
Oh,
not
man.
sure. He's on the fence because I guess you guys are getting rain.
Got the ice rain. I had to put salt out regularly last night. Yeah.
Well, that's what sucks about. That's one of the main reasons I probably won't go in tomorrow, because they're talking about 6 inches of snow here. That's going to change to freeze or rain, which means it's going to give you that coating on top of everything.
Yeah,
Which
that's
is
a bad combination.
So I'm like, and I already told the guy I'm working with, I said, I don't think you're going to see me tomorrow. So number one Christmas gift. Easy way to do it. Never going to complain about it. Cash is king.
Yeah, I should have probably put cash, right?
Cash is king. Want to give me something? Give me cash. That's all. Let me buy whatever the fuck I want. Motherfucker. Buy me
Start
something.
the car, motherfucker.
I'll buy whatever I want. Motherfucker.
Motherfucker. My number one, it's happened twice, but it's been when I've been older. I've
Hookers?
gotten no.
No.
Actually, not since this morning, but okay. No. I put grills down. Like I've gotten a pellet grill, and I got my first Weber grill for Christmas. Got the Weber grill for my parents before I left before my parents retired and moved up north. So Weber grill, and then Lisa got me the pellet grill, which now I'm on my second pellet grill already. I love grilling. It's my thing. I love smoking meats.
That's all I do. It was snowing out before, and I had a London broil cooking on the grill.
Oh, that's awesome. London broil, that was a real good price for it at Sam's Club this week, too. I should have grabbed some.
That's what gives Fiona and actually both of them love their steak or any type of beef. So she's home. I'm like, what do you want? She's like, I couldn't wait to feed and make a London broil. So I'm like, all right. So Kathy went shopping today. We had London broil.
That's good
Marinated,
stuff.
throw it on the grill. It's good to go.
Yeah, marinated up. I did the pork shoulder yesterday. I started that at 5:30 in the morning.
Grills for a second. Brett's like getting grills. Who doesn't? I mean, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, it probably sounds like that since I'm a little stuffy, right? Yeah.
I'm still waiting for Santa to drop a hooker down the chimney. That's probably not going to happen. The wife's not going to allow that. So yeah, that is our top 5 Christmas gifts.
Yeah, cool.
Let us know yours, man. Throw some more in the chat. Throw some in the comments after the fact. And everybody's number one should be different. I mean, unless it's king. Cash is king. I mean, you can't go wrong with cash.
Mm-hmm.
Or hookers.
I should have put cash down because cash was good when you were younger too. Like especially because when you weren't like making money and then you had some money on the side.
Yeah, it was always good. We always build up some nice little cash flow at Christmas time or your birthday. And Joe likes getting a bump for Christmas. Yeah. So, has anybody here ever gotten porn for Christmas? I don't think I've ever asked for it, or I don't think I would ever get it.
Anything female related.
We'll get the real doll.
Hey,
Yeah.
side note, shout out to Jennifer Love Hewitt coming back to I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's pretty cool. Excited
Yes,
about that.
she finally signed on. Oh, look at this. OnlyFans gift cards would be nice. I wonder if they have OnlyFans gift cards.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have OnlyFans gift cards. That's fucking hysterical.
Does Nightmare Christie have a gift card?
Yeah. I wonder if she gives out gift cards to her OnlyFans. What's the slot do you swipe in those?
God damn. Oh, that's good.
We got to get her back on because she was a lot of fun when she was on.
Yeah, we got to see how she's doing.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out a good topic and bring her back on. She said she'd definitely come back on. She had fun, and she was a lot of fun. Very knowledgeable, too. She knows her shit.
She's a fan. She's a fan.
She's a big fan of horror, man, and she knows her shit. Joe just needs to not be heading to Dallas, I'm assuming, for Christmas, or he could just miss the whole holiday.
Right. Hey, it's good that you said that because I think he gets a little annoyed when Bill's done it or I've done it. So there you go, Ryan. Attaboy.
Funny story, the vertical smile slot. Listen to this.
Oh.
So back in high school, I started playing guitar in high school. So me and my friends, naturally, that's what you do in high school. You get a little band going. So we were playing every year they would have a talent show. So we were playing the talent show, and the name of our band was the Vertical Smile. We were waiting for one of the teachers to say, I don't think so. No. Mm-hmm. None of them caught on. So there we were being announced. And next up, Vertical Smile. Teachers had no clue what it was.
No kidding.
True story. True story. Vertical Smile.
Oh.
So that is our top 5 best Christmas gifts. Keep throwing them in the chat. Throw them in the comments after the fact. Thank you for watching That Horror Movie Podcast Top 5 Ranking. We do a Top 5 ranking every Sunday night live on That Horror Movie Podcast, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, live on this channel. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, get all the notifications. When we go live every Sunday, and we go live every Tuesday for watch-alongs, and sporadically here and there, and all sorts of other videos along the way. So if you like music, comedy, horror, any of that stuff, this is the place to be. Keep coming back and watching our top 5s.